Grouplove is an American rock band that formed in 2009 by Hannah Hooper, Christian Zucconi, Sean Gadd, Andrew Wessen, and Ryan Rabin. Ryan Rabin produced their debut EP, which was originally released independently, and was later re-released by Canvasback Atlantic with a bonus track and their hit song, Colors. Their debut album, Never Trust a Happy Song, was also produced by Rabin and was released worldwide on September 13, 2011. History, formation. Grouplove formed out of a friendship between the 5 members of the band. Hooper met Zucconi on the Lower East Side of Manhattan after hearing and enjoying his music. Despite having just met, Hooper invited Zucconi to an artist residency in Crete she was leaving for later that week. It was at this retreat where they met the rest of the band, Andrew Wessen, Ryan Rabin, and Sean Gadd. Rabin, an accomplished drummer and producer, grew up in Los Angeles with Wessen, a surfer and guitarist. Rabin comes from a musical family. His father is Trevor Rabin, former guitarist of Yes. Sean Gadd, a songwriter and guitarist from London, was also at the commune. The friendship between the members formed quickly, but the band did not form until a year later after Gadd, Zucconi and Hooper pooled their funds together and made a trip to Rabin's Los Angeles recording studio. They played their first show at El Cid in Los Angeles on May 10, 2010. Later that year, the band went on tour with Florence and the Machine on the West Coast, and then the Joy Formidable on the East Coast. By November, Nylon magazine recognized Grouplove as one of the top 10 in the best new bands in 2010. After signing with Canvasback Atlantic Records, the band re-released their self-titled EP, Grouplove, on January 25, 2011. In 2011, the band co-headlined a cross-country tour with Foster the People, and made appearances at Lollapalooza, Outside Lands, Reading and Leeds festivals, and Glastonbury. The band has established themselves as a formidable live act, touring nearly non-stop over the past 2 years. Recently the group sold out the Wilton in Los Angeles and Terminal 5 in NYC. Never Trust a Happy Song and Spreading Rumors, the band released its debut album, Never Trust a Happy Song, on September 13, 2011 through Canvasback Atlantic Records. They released 4 singles from the album, Colors, Tongue-Tied and an episode of Fox's Glee, Lovely Cup and Itchin' on a Photograph. In support of their debut album, the band went on a headlining North American fall tour and also performed with Two Door Cinema Club as their main support. In December, the band performed at KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas, which takes place at the Gibson Amphitheatre, in Universal City. On January 3, 2012 the band kicked off their sold-out headline tour in Australia at the Factory Theatre in Sydney and continued their tour in Europe in February. The band began their US Spring 2012 tour on March 6 in Burlington, Vermont in support of Young the Giant. Throughout the sold-out headline tour the band had featured stops at Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival, Saskatchewan Music Festival, and Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival. Grouplove kicked off their Close Your Eyes and Count to tour on September 25, 2012 at the Rosalind Theatre in Portland, Oregon, traveling across the country with Alt J and Miss Mister as support. Close Your Eyes and Count to tour ended on November 17, 2012 at the Wilton in Los Angeles, California. On April 20, 2013, Grouplove released a Make It To Me in collaboration with Manchester Orchestra. They announced their second album, as well as debuting the video for the lead single, Ways to Go, on June 10, 2013. On September 17, 2013, Grouplove's second album, Spreading Rumors, was released. That same day, Grouplove played a sold-out show at the Troubadour in West Hollywood with supporting Australian band, the Rubens. The band then embarked on an 18-show US tour, the Seesaw Tour, on which they played in 9 cities, with 2 dates in each city, one a more standard show, the other a more stripped-back show. They were supported on this tour by the Rubens. In late 2013, Grouplove started touring with Daniel Gleason. This was temporary and was to allow Sean Gadd to do other work. Although rumors circulated that he left the band, he stated on Twitter that he was still part of Grouplove. Gleason then toured with the band on their 2014 US tour. on which they supported by Miss Mr., and their subsequent European tour, on which they were supported by FAM for the UK dates. On April 22, 2014, Sean Gadd tweeted, "Thanks for all the love. Grouplove is family and still my favorite band. Sending love." Group, leaving his status with the band up in the air. He has posted a song on YouTube called Dream With Me. Recently on June 19, 2014, Sean Gadd tweeted a series of tweets about his status in the band. The last one officially confirmed his leaving of the band. "I'm so sorry, I made a big mistake. I'm making an announcement of why I'm leaving Grouplove Forever X." This was followed by a post on the band's website officially announcing his departure. The band played at several festivals in 2014, including Bonnaroo, Lollapalooza, Firefly and Coachella, and will headline the Honda Civic Tour in late August-early September, supported by Portugal. The Man. In 2014, Grouplove released I'm With You, a short-form tour documentary about the band. The documentary featured performances from the New York Seesaw tour shows, and a digital album of 6 songs is set for release by Atlantic. The band have contributed an original song, Let Me In, to the soundtrack for the movie The Fault in Our Stars. They also contributed an original song, Everybody's Gonna Get High, to an episode of the 2nd season of the HBO series Girls. And another song, Underground, to the 2012 Tim Burton movie Frankenweenie. In 2014, they provided the end title song for the Netflix original series BoJack Horseman. Chart success, Grouplove's first single, Colors, reached number 12 on modern rock charts. It was also featured in Madden NFL 12, FIFA 12, and MLB 2K12. The song was also offered as a free download on iTunes for the week beginning September 12, 2011. In November 2011, the band unregistered trademark's second single Tongue-Tied appeared in an iPod Touch commercial. The song steadily grew in popularity, and, after 26 consecutive weeks on the Modern Rock Radio chart, hit number 1 in June 2012. Tongue-Tied has been RIAA-certified platinum and sold over 1 million singles to date in the US, and has gone gold in Australia and Canada too. Tongue-Tied was also used and performed by the cast of Fox's Glee in a May episode of the series, and also featured in a Coca-Cola advertisement. It also appears in the Gameloft racing game GT Racing 2, The Real Car Experience. Later it was used in the movie Blended with Adam Sandler, in the voting for Australia's Hottest 100 presented by Triple J. Tongue-Tied was voted 16th Best Song of 2012. The third single off of Never Trust a Happy Song, Itchin' on a Photograph, went to top 10 at Modern Rock Radio. Itchin' on a Photograph was featured on the NASCAR The Game, Inside Line soundtrack. Band members, current members, Christian Zucconi Euro vocals, guitars, Hannah Hooper Euro vocals, keyboards, Andrew Wessen Euro guitars, vocals, Ryan Rabin Euro drums, other, Daniel Gleason Euro bass, former members, Sean Gadd Euro bass. Grouplove works with Manchester Orchestra from time to time. They usually share concerts or share members if one is not available. Discography, studio albums, Never Trust a Happy Song No A75 US, Number A21 AUS Spreading Rumors Number A21 US, EPs, Grouplove EP, Canvasback, Singles, Television appearances. Grouplove has made several television appearances. References. External links, official website, Grouplove at Facebook.